Hi and welcome to the channel. Thanks for coming over to watch my latest video. This is a 12 by 12 layout I did the other day. All I've done is grab my papers that I'm going to use, and off camera I've got a few embellishments and things that I've decided to use. I've decided to use the Snap Happy Birthday cards for Project Life cards for this. That picture I was showing you on my phone was the sketch that this layout is based on. It was a sketch, a challenge from the Scrapdery Kit Club's Autumn Cyber Crop. They had a week-long cyber crop and challenges were put up, and the first challenge was a sketch challenge based on that image that I just showed you on my phone. So that's what I'm basing my layout on. So I had the spot side as the side I was going to work on, and then I realised on the back it had that amazing chevron. I love that pattern, I really do. For some reason when I got the paper out of the packet I didn't look on the back because I thought I'd already used all the chevron. But yeah, it's a great pattern, I love it, and I love the blue for this photo. This photo was my nephew's 2nd birthday last month. There he is, with his lovely big cheesy grin, and I loved the blue. Now these are those Snap birthday Project Life cards. I decided to use these because I thought it was a birthday themed obviously, and it went really well, but I liked the colours. I liked the bright colours, the orange, the yellow, the blue, and I thought I could get them, to go all well together. I end up using those cards for a lot of the elements on my page. I cut some of the cards up to make the embellishments. I use them for layering. I'm trying to use my stash a lot more. Now I've had these cards for a while. They're the Simple Stories Snap birthday ones. Now they came out a while ago and they've just been sitting in my stash, so I'm trying to go through my stash before I start a layout, get some things out I might use, and then have it all ready to go, because I find if I start a layout and don't have anything out, I have so much stuff that I don't usually go through it all to find something new to play with, basically. There's just too much to choose from, so I find if I go through my things, get some things out before I start, have it all on my desk, I use it more. Like, I've been using my stash more lately, and I love that. And these cards were perfect, so I decided to use them for the sketch, and it's the matting, the layering, the banners, and I even cut up that cupcake card as well, so it worked really well. Now just matting the confetti paper, how cute is it? I love that paper, or card, sorry, onto the orange card just to mat it, to give it a border. I love the orange, I think it just pops off the blue. And then just trimming down my banner to suit the sketch a bit more. And yeah, this is, oh look, there's Batman running away with the photo. That's Will. Will loves Batman, he's Batman crazy at the moment. You'll see randomly Batman just sort of pops his head in now and then there's a Lego minifigure. He's minifigure mad as well. So when you see random toys pop up on my desk, that's why. So this sketch called for what I took to be a 4x6 spot in the middle, but separated between a photo and journaling. So I used a 3x4 photo to cover half that, which is why I used a 4x6 card, half of it, and then put my journaling on the other side. Obviously it's all up to however you interpret the sketch, but that's how I interpreted it. So I used a 4x6 card as my base, put the 3x4 photo down, and then later on in the video I do my journaling on the other side. This is that cupcake card that I had. I cut the cupcake out and stick it on next to the photo. As I've said before, I don't have a problem cutting up my Project Life cards. I have that many of them, I will never ever use them all in a lifetime, and yes, I still continue to buy more because the kits are just fantastic, but anyway. So I have no problem cutting them up and using them for other things. I recently did a layout where I used the Project Life cards as layering behind the photo, similar to what I'm doing here. So I'm finding that I'm finding new ways to use my cards and my stash a bit more. I also cut up that Hip Hip Hooray card up there as well for another element of the sketch. The sketch shows 3 embellishments down in the bottom corner, so yeah, I end up cutting that up too. Like I said, no problem doing it at all. It's a good way to use your cards, and it's also a good way to get more embellishments and die cuts, really. So here's that Hip Hip Hooray card, just fussy cutting that out. And then once I have all my pieces that I want to put down, before I attach them all, I actually get my gesso out and decide to put a patch of gesso behind the photo, sort of to matte the photo really. I do get a foam brush out first and go to use that to apply the gesso, but then I realise I don't want the brush stroke look. See, there I am getting ready to do it, and then I realise, no, I have a better idea. So I go and find an old rewards card and apply it with a card. As you can see, it does sort of smear in a different way, and it goes a bit see-through, not what I was looking for. So if you hold the card and press the card down firmer, it smushes the paint a bit better. I know, very technical when it comes to applying paint with a card, isn't it? But I found with my art journal different techniques and different ways to make paint look different with different tools. And yes, with the same tool you can get different looks. So I enjoy using the card to apply paint. It gives it a better look. My art journal's full of it actually. So here, just adding some black splatters and then drying. I think I cut out drying time, thankfully, because that's so boring. And yeah, just checking the placement. So now I'm gonna start adhering everything down, sticking that cupcake to the frame and just putting the layout together. Just referring back to the sketch on my phone, I took a screenshot of the challenge and I'm just checking the sketch, playing around with embellishments. I was going to go with these balloons, but I just didn't like that they were transparent. They didn't pop off the page enough for me. So I went back to the Hip Hip Hooray and adhere it using some foam tape just to pop it up a bit more. I'm going to start working on the top cluster that's in the sketch. I struggled with this a little bit, mostly because it's not really something that I usually do design wise, but I followed the sketch as much as pretty closely, and the sketch had a semicircle up the top and a couple of banners, so I just found some embellishments that I liked and yeah, used those. I tried to use this birthday boy banner and I just couldn't get it to work anywhere, so I think you've seen me attempt to use it a few times. I even go to glue it down, but in the end I don't. So I was going through my embellishments and I found this banner that said Happy Day and a red star, and I decided to get my acetate stars out and bring a bit of red into the layout, a bit more red to go with that Hip Hip Hooray balloon there. Another bright bold colour to jump off the blue. Like I said, I love the bold colours in this layout. So now I'm just going to get those. I don't even remember where I got them from. I've had them for so long. Oh, no, I'm not. First I'm going to put my title down, that's right. Oh, I can't remember. I think this is a Maggie Holmes sticker sheet, I'm pretty sure. And it said happy birthday in this script font, but I didn't want to use the birthday from it, so I just used the tile stickers to write B-Day, just to keep the title small and true to the sketch. So now I'm getting out the acetate stars. Like I said, I've had these and some arrows as well for a while. I've had them in my stash for a while, but I've taken them out of the packaging, so I don't even know where they're from. But they got some bright colours. They don't look bright, they look very dark because they are transparent. So when you put them on the white, the colour pops a bit more, which is what I've done with the red. And yeah, I love these. I do a lot of boy layouts, so I use a lot of stars and things like that, and these are a really good little embellishment. So I'm just adding these to the layout. Yes, I'm using glue. You can't see it, so it doesn't bother me at all. And yeah, just adding a bit more colour. So now I'm just putting my journaling on the page. I type it up on my computer with my typewriter font, and then I cut it up into strips and attach it to the layout. So it's just a little bit of journaling about my nephew's 2nd birthday, how he loved his cake and managed to make a huge mess and shovel it all into his mouth, and he had the cutest face when he did it, and he loves his cake. And then also including the date, very important. As you can see, I've added it down the bottom. I'm trying very hard to remember to put the date on all my layouts, because yeah, that didn't happen often. I do have a tendency to forget. So then I have to go back to my computer, check the photo, and make sure I put the date on it. So I'm trying to make a habit of doing that much more often. So just cutting it into strips, and there's my journaling. I cut it all out because that's pretty boring. Now I'm just matting it on some white cardstock, just because I think it just looks better grounded on a solid piece of cardstock. And once that's done, that's the layout. So like I said, this was done for the sketch challenge at the Scrapdery's Autumn Cyber Crop. It was a lot of fun to do. I liked going off sketches because when you need a bit of a boost for the mojo, it's good inspiration to use a sketch. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you come back for more. Thanks. Bye.